and welcome back
Welcome
to
back.
Context Cradle.
Context Cradle.
We are incredibly overwhelmed, I'd say,
Yes,
by
very.
the positive reception
Feedback.
that the podcast has got so
Yes.
far. I'd say I'm pretty blown away.
I'd say I'm more blown than a birthday cake.
I'm sort of glowing, I'd say.
I'd say you're pretty chuffed.
I'm glowing with
You're going?
I'm glowing, I'd
Don't
say.
go. We've just started. I have to wear these glasses to protect myself. It's like watching the solar eclipse without protective headwear and sort of the spirit of watching the solar eclipse is rather festive.
Do you feel like you wear them even though they've sort of got no prescription in them? Do you wear them to sort of align yourself with a certain academic look?
I need them.
Because your vision, I mean, you could have become a pilot.
Yes.
To your
I could.
credit.
I still could.
To your credit, you absolutely could have become a pilot.
Yes.
You might have had a problem with
your
previous
look, you
record.
could become a sex worker. I'm scared to say that.
Shall we do a word from our sponsor?
Yes.
Thank you so much to Glucose Medi for sponsoring this week's episode of Context Cradle. Fagen, well-renowned theatre director turned podcast founder and social media manager.
Yes, Carol, a public relations officer turned podcaster, founder and social media manager.
A few moons ago, jaded by the limelight, we embarked on a journey of radical honesty and self-employment.
I remember it well.
What was the one thing that held us back?
Sugar. To be more specific, Sainsbury's Battenberg cake.
We couldn't get enough of it.
With all the stress of founding Star Clumps, a successful social media management agency, we were in a sugar serfdom.
As we hustled and hustled, following our new clients home and showing them the brightness of their futures,
we were shocked by the taste of synthetic dyes. The cruel, merciless Lord Diabetes had us right where he wanted us, sort of straddling a sort of bin, lurching over it and scoffing what leftovers of the cake and clumps and sort of...
That was just one sort of quite rogue bank holiday weekend.
Two weekends.
It was 2 weekends.
Both alike in dignity.
But you might be asking, who was our emancipator? Glucose Medi. Use the code CONTEXTCRADLE1 for 20% off your first week of injections. Tell me, Fagen, how was your week?
How was my week? Week. Strong.
It was
the opposite of weak.
Yes. Listeners, we love to be honest and radically so. It's the whole premise of the podcast. So tell everybody about your shamelessly embarrassing week.
What a setup. I mean to follow that. Wow. Where to start? Perhaps with...
Bless you.
I didn't sneeze.
Bless your heart, though.
Thank you.
Because it took a beating this week. I can't believe you're here.
I mean, because this involved a woman, or a girl. No, that sounds weird. I was just playing with microaggressions.
In many eyes, she was a girl. I mean, what was she, 22?
21.
Right.
21 and no fun. We were at our usual spot, where we first met, actually, Tesco's, and we were sort of perusing the aisles of the American section. She when we're in the American section, sort of seeing all the colourful cereals, she likes to sort of she truly believes she is in LA, Los Angeles, for viewers at home.
The Jeremy Clarkson to her James May.
Yes,
sort of thing.
yes, and I won't tell her about Richard Hammond. A gay man, a very gay man, I believe.
Rumours, yes. I did have quite a boozy night with him.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yes, in the Chiltern Firehouse before it tragically burnt down.
Yes.
Where he told me that it's me and him for the rest of time.
Wow. You must have been wearing that hat you wear that makes you rather masculine.
If you're listening, Richard, I am available.
No. And so, yes, I thought, we'd been on a couple of dates, one, and I thought, this is the woman I want to spend the rest of my life with. This is one of the women I want to spend the rest of my life with. And I got down on one knee, and then the other, and I said, Margella, my treasure, will you... And before I could sort of finish it, she sort of kicked me in the neck, which I didn't think was possible, which made me sort of release a sort of a sound sort of like, yeah! Which alerted three blind dogs. The dogs weren't blind; they were looking after blind people, of course. Who then sort of attacked me, and I fought back, self-defense, of course.
Of course.
So
Am I right in thinking that as a part of your self-defense, you profusely farted in the dogs' faces?
I don't really like to use the word farted. I'm more commanded wind, as Elizabeth I would say.
Right.
And I commanded wind against the hounds of not love, of hate.
So Fagan and I are going to go to a raffle later, and we got to get our kick somewhere because we were banned from our local fencing club.
Yes, the woke brigade. Nino, 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 Nino. Yeah, they should have been there.
Stop using real swords. Stop using.
Did Arthur and his round table knights get told off for that? I think not. They were told, "You brave men."
Like I said again, everybody looked at Boudica that way once.
Yes.
Who is this woman wielding a sword?
Exactly.
Who does she think she is?
And now we have Khloe Kardashian wielding protein popcorn. We don't have Vikings anymore. We have sort of bi-kings, you know, like Pedro Pascal and stuff. You know what happened to sort of great big hulking man with a moustache to his toes? You know what happened to them? I'll tell you what happened to them. MTV.
The search for a real man continues.
Yeah, I love you.
Well, that's
sometimes.
Really I think I'll get quite
sort of like a dog loves, you know, another dog on the street because it smells familiar.
And I feel
urine.
I feel that sort of dogged alliance with you.
Yes.
I mean, what we've been through, setting up the business, watching you, you know, scratch, itch, and it was, you know,
whilst the scabies.
Well, you know, it was the triple threat. It was the scabies, the psoriasis, the nits, and it was itch.
Yes, well, you know.
Banned from Boots, banned from every pharmacy on the high street. I mean, Fagan was a walking hell hazard.
You have to try everything once, you know, that's what my mother said before she committed suicide through various different sort of methods.
Yeah.
Okay, first dilemma. This week, I'm facing a big old dose of nostalgia, and I don't know how to handle it. I'm proud to admit that I am perhaps Liz Truss's #1 fan. I haven't quite mourned a cultural change / loss like this, not since the closure of Toys R Us. After the launch of Liz's wonderful new book, Liz Truss, 10 Years to Save the West, I am going to one of her public appearances as part of her book tour. Here lies my dilemma. Over the last 2 years, I have been painting a 12-foot tall oil portrait of the unsung hero. Took 2 short trips out to Florence to source the perfect paint shaded for her hair colour. A shade of blonde, I would argue, rival the tarts that grace the boxes of popular hair dyes out on the market. My girlfriend of 5 years is getting tired of my fashions and has threatened to burn the painting and throw me out of our flat, which she is currently paying in full for monthly as I have quit my job to pack in the hours needed to finish the painting in time for the summit. Should I finish the painting and risk ending my long-term relationship? That's from Jamie Chelt in Pembrokeshire.
Oh, Jamie. What an absolute pickle you've got yourself in.
What a rather pickled pickle.
This woman, your girlfriend, sounds like a bit of a square.
Yes.
If I dare say, a bit of an idiot. And
it's jealousy.
A jealous
cat. Jealousy.
A jealous cow is probably what you'd say.
A jealous.
So I think you've got to sit her down and be incredibly frank and say, #1, get over it. #2, this is a temporary thing. #3, you've got a job, you can pay the rent.
#4, why are you being so rude?
Why are you being so rude?
Why?
I've got to say, this is internalized misogyny at the highest level.
Wow.
Please don't cry, because
I won't cry. I won't cry because so many women have cried for their various problems, and not just the period, of course.
So, Jamie, I think to answer your dilemma, it is a case of saying women are fighting battles every single day. Shut your trap. and that's your girlfriend, and that's going to have to be a very clear message, because women like that won't get it.
Yes.
They won't get
Absolutely. In one ear, out the rear. Okay, would you like to read this one? I know you have trouble.
Absolutely. I'll give it a go.
Words.
Dear Fagen and Carol, I think I'm having an affair, but I'm not quite sure. Ooh.
Intriguing.
She's 23, I'm 58. Last weekend, I went to the dog groomer to give my ferret Taylor a trim. He is somewhat of a star, having appeared in 2 episodes of Springwatch and briefly on Loose Women on their segment about animals curing adult loneliness. Wonderful, we'll look out for him. I met a lovely young lady who was in the groomers and we immediately hit it off. She asked me if the car parking is free, and we exchanged various comments on the lack of speed bumps on the road adjacent to the groomers. After that day, I couldn't get her out of my head. As a result, I have been taking Taylor to the groomers more and more in the hopes of seeing her again. I took things a step further when I blew the fuse in the groomers. Amidst the chaos, I pretended to be an electrician so I could access the computers to fix them again. That way I could gain access to this lovely woman's personal details on the computer system. Since then, I have been following her around like a lost puppy. She told me she finds it strange, but every time she says it, she lets out a nervous laugh. So I think there is more than meets the eye. I don't know what to do. My wife keeps asking why Taylor needs to be groomed so frequently. I have lied, saying Taylor's agent has requested a tighter shaved look for auditions. What do I do? Do I keep chasing love and run the risk of jeopardising Taylor's career? Or do I cut my losses? Mick Arnold in Pembrokeshire.
Thank you, Mick.
Well, Mick, do you want to start off again?
Ferret. It's the ferret.
Exactly.
I'm confessing, I am sort of a fan of Taylor's work. He's sort of a rising star almost, and yes, I'm sort of intrigued as to where his career will go next. That's what I'm thinking right now.
Taylor the ferret is in a very unique position in that he's a charismatic ferret. He's a talented ferret.
What makes him so likable?
So likable. So Mick, I think the way of tackling this dilemma is focusing on Taylor and focusing on what Taylor needs. And if it's not a short back and sides, you've got to stop going to the groomers.
I think what we need to focus on is that Taylor needs sort of a mini series. What Taylor needs right now in his career is a sort of White Lotus.
And something as well to sort of to show his kind of I don't care side. You know, I'm seeing Taylor in sort of a snapback and a long vest with having a slogan on it, sort of fuck around and find out. Something like that.
Yeah.
Something that shows that
How do you like them apples?
I mean, something sort of Barat summer adjacent.
Yeah, sort of quite queer, but not fully queer. Sort of wearing sort of jock strap, if you will. You know, spotted in Greenwich Village with his non-binary co-star, sort of drinking sort of oat matcha frappe, popcorn tiramisu latte drink.
Yeah, absolutely. And something as well that I mean, we do offer at our agency Star Clumps. I mean, we haven't yet had an animal, or namely
Unless
a
you
ferret.
count.
Well, we won't. But believe me, we'll talk about that on the Patreon. But I mean, we would be willing. We would be willing to try it. I mean, I don't want to speak for both of us, but we would be willing to try it.
I would sell my spleen to do it.
So do let us know, Mick, if Taylor would be interested in signing with us.
Yes.
Dear Fagen and Carol.
Hello.
Thank you so much for providing me with giggles and cackles every week. I've loved the pod for a while now, and I really, really need your help. I have been using chat rooms to talk to some lovely glamorous ladies in my spare time. I have run into a spot of bother, however. After striking up a relationship with a lovely woman named Diana, who has been tickling my heartstrings for the last 6 months. I send her money every week, and she chats in response. However, last week, after sending in my regular instalment of £2,000, oh no, I looked at our chat to see if she had received it as per usual, and when I went to the chat, it had appeared that she had blocked me. I must add that I am a vicar, so I have a very busy work-life balance.
Of course.
Any help would be appreciated. I don't know what to do.
What was his name? Terry Plank. Peace be with you. And amen.
And also with you.
And also with you. Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
Yes. Well, Terry, it looks like you need to reconsider your options and maybe divert your attention from the virtual world to the realistic world. I mean, I don't know if you work with any other colleagues in your career.
Apart from the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Absolutely. And judging by the cut of your jib, Terry did send in a photo, I don't think that's possible.
No.
So, what I would suggest is being radically honest with yourself and saying, this is as good as it's going to get for me. So what I would do is jump onto the chat room, X out Diana, say, I don't care, I don't need it. There's millions of others.
Tell her, go bye.
Absolutely. Say, girl, bye, I don't care.
Smell you later.
Pick up your, pick up your chin, pick up your lip, and you and your dog collar, that I'm assuming you wear daily, and women have a penchant for that. I'm sure online you could find somebody who's really sort of taken by that look, and find another lovely lady to spoil.
And to be frankly honest, was 2,000 enough? I hate to sort of side with Diana here, but did you really love her? 2,000 every time. You got to surprise women. 2,500, 3,000, 3,500. These are other sort of numbers you could have sort of transferred.
Circling around.
Yes, they're just popping in my head for now, but 2,750 and 50 pence. Another number sort of coming into my head.
It's the stakes, and you will see results. Spoil these women like your life depends on it. And if that means pinching a couple of pennies from the, the church collection, or if it means, skimming off the top of this pot and this money pot. I mean, the church will survive. It has for many centuries.
And you just confess. You confess.
Yes, and it might entail you doing it to a mirror in the box, because I'm assuming you're the only vicar in the village. But if that's what it takes, that's what it is.
Starting with the man in the mirror.
Absolutely.
Asking him to change your ways.
And pick up your chin and say,
and your lip.
I'm here. I don't care. I'm ready to spend. And I'm sure you will find another lovely lady like Diana.
Absolutely. God bless you. I'm truly infatuated with your story, and I wish you all the best. And just keep cashing out like the naughty little pay pig you are.
Keep on keeping on. Oink oink oink. Oink, 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 oink.
Little piggy. That's sort of, you should say, my name's Terry. I am a preacher, I believe is what you said you were. And ... I'm a little piggy. Something sort of a bit...
Something fun.
Life can only be lived forwards, but we must pay 2,500 to the woman we love.
So... with that, thank you so much for listening to another episode of Context Cradle.
Context Cradle.
Do write in with any of your dilemmas, and Fagen and I will happily sort your messy lives out for you.
Absolutely. We'll
keep being messy, keep being honest, keep saying, I don't care.
I'm bored, and I'm feeling a bit mad and upset with things at the moment. And we'll pick those nips of insecurity out of your head, and we will eat them. But not too much, of course.
No, we won't.